Hello, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us live. We are just waiting for our guest today to join. So today we will be talking about mental health and diet, how our diet implicates, what are the implications of diet on our mental health. And can you please check your message once, Bhavi? I can see that you are with us over here.
Hey, hi, Himani. Yes.
Hi,
Now,
can you see me? I'm
yes.
unable to see you actually.
Oh, okay. From my side, that is very clear. I can see you as well. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for joining.
Thank you so much, Himani, for having me here today. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I was just giving an intro of what the topic today is. And I want to give a small intro about you also before we start. So, the topic that we are discussing today is about diet and nutrition and how it affects our mental health. Am I right? This is what the topic we are talking about.
Exactly, Himani. We are going to discuss about how closely they both are interrelated to each other. Yes.
That's great. So I would like to tell my all the viewers that Bhavi is a nutritionist. She has 12 plus years of experience and she has gained a very good experience with many hospitals and a lot of people in wellness industry. And we are really delighted to have you here today with us. And thanks for joining us.
Himani, once again, thank you so much for having me here today. And today's discussion is going to be very important, okay? Because as we all know, that it can be just a 1% or it can be extended to 100% as well, that everyone is dealing with the situation called mental health, or I can say the mind health as well. So, yes, this is going to be some interesting conversation here today, and I hope all the viewers can get some information or the tips regarding how they can maintain their good health.
Yeah, that would be great. So let me start with understanding and getting your view on mental health. So what is your view about mental health?
As I said, mental health you can understand in that way that what is your mind health right now. So it is individuals' emotional and psychological and the social well-being status. So it is the way how you feel, how you receive, how you react in certain situations, how you handle those tough times. So if you have a strong mental health, then I'm sure you'll be able to balance and I'm sure you'll be able to come out from those difficult phase in your life. And at the same time, when you have a disturbed mental health, I can say, when you have a poor mental health that you are not able to maintain, it might be because of many reasons. And at that time, during your tough situations, okay, during the time where you require your mind to at its best, and at that time you feel anxious, you feel deprived, you feel anxiety and many other mood disorders as well. So our brain is actually made up of 100 billion specialized cells, Himani. So that
Mm.
makes me, and that's make you as you. So this is how it is so critical to maintain the total well-being and the health of our mental status so that we can lead a very happy and a fruitful and a productive life going forward.
That's a great explanation, and also the way that you have explained that yes, that's what makes me me and you you. It means that each and every for every person it is a different way to understand it. For each person it is different. Mental health is different for each person.
Yes.
Okay, so I have read a lot of articles and I've read a lot of that these are the specific foods, these are the specific nutrients that help your mental health. Can you explain the connection between diet and mental health?
So this is going to be a very strong bond and connection. It might be a similar bond that you might be sharing with your bestie or you might be sharing with your close family members. Okay, so I can say this bond is even more strong as compared to any other relationship around here.
Mm.
So to give you the example over here to understand in a much better way, uh, if you eat more of a processed food, okay, a deep fried food with lots of a sugar that's been added to that food, just for the time being, you will feel happy, okay, because that actually spikes up your blood sugar levels and you are feeling happy, energetic, and all those things. But over a period of a time, let's say after 2 hours, again you start feeling hungry. Again, you feel that
Mm.
my energy levels are going down. Having a breakfast which is actually loaded with the sugar and processed food, then around 10ish or 11 you feel sluggish, you feel that you are not able to concentrate on your work. So that is how that the kind of a food you start your day with, what kind of a food you eat, that is going to reflect on your mental health, your mind health as well. And at the same time, when you have a good, healthy, balanced diet, which comprises of all the essential nutrients, special nutrients are there for the mental health that I will discuss later on in this session. But it is not going to be alone at all. We have to take a balanced diet with focused on these special nutrients to enhance our mental health. So when we have a good balanced meal, when we start our day with a good balanced meal, then your productivity is towards the next level. You don't feel that your energy levels are going down. You don't constantly think about, oh, I'm feeling hungry, let me have a burger, or let me have some sweets, a piece of a chocolate, or my energy levels are going down, let me have a shot of coffee and tea. If you are into that state, that means your nutritional status is going down and you are actually shrinking your mind in that way. So when we age, we have to take care about our mental health in that way so that we can keep growing that, rather than we just shrink that capacity to work with our regular work.
That's very interesting to know. So, when you are saying that fried food and food, which Indian foods are there that a person can take during the breakfast or during the lunch, which can help in boosting the mood? And also, are there any specific nutrients which, which a person must have, kind of a thing?
Okay. Now this is actually the most important question, right? So here I don't want to treat mental health. Okay, here I want to build the foundation of mental health. So it is not that if you are going through the mental stress, then only you can take care of your mind health or your mental health. It is that you can build that strong foundation of your mental health so that when the time comes, when the tough time will be there, you'll be able to cope up with those situations. So nutrition is something that can deal with that, to the next level, I can say. So it is something that we have to design our meal in such a way where our meal should be high in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. We should include more foods which has antioxidant properties. We should include those foods which are high in polyphenols. We should include those foods which are high in magnesium and vitamin B12. So Himani, these are the key nutrients with a lot of research data that supports that these are the key nutrients that are going to give you that mental health that you need nowadays. But these are not only the nutrients that you have to focus always, it has to be with the balanced diet. So if I tell you these nutrients, Himani, at least with my experience with so many years of consultation, to give you the list of foods, to give you the nutrients name, that will not going to work it out at all. We all know how healthy those green leafy vegetables are, but how frequently are you eating those? We all know that how healthy the sprouts are, but are you including them regularly? No, right? So understanding is there, but when you don't create a relationship between the food, you are not going to follow these suggestions at all. So creating a healthy relationship with the food is the foundation of your mental health. So for that, you need to understand and you need to plan your meal according to the food group rather than focusing only on the certain nutrients. So when I talk about omega 3 and omega 6, that is actually Our brain is almost 60% made up of fat. Okay. So when we want to include healthy fats in our diet, then we should know the category of food rather than the flaxseed or a chia seed. Those are rich in omega-3. No, the category of nuts and seeds every day. If you include 10 to 15 grams of soaked nuts and seeds in your diet, you'll be able to fulfill your body's requirement with the terms of healthy fats. Okay.
Mm.
Now another example of healthy fat, Himani, my personal favorite here, that's our ghee. And that's a staple in our Indian household, right?
Yeah.
But I feel really sad now these days that ghee nowadays is actually something which everyone is just running away from. That no, if I
Mm.
consume ghee, I will increase my cholesterol levels. If I consume ghee, then I'll be more fat. My body fat percentage will be on a higher side. But doesn't work like that. Healthy fats are required by our body, but yes, in a moderation amount. So this was about the fat category that our brain needs for the optimum function. So your nuts and seeds every day for about 10 to 15 grams, and including cold pressed oil and ghee for your cooking purpose. That's the best way to have a good quality fat in your diet. And at the same time, the seafoods are rich in omega-3. So yes, this is going to be the one primary nutrients for your mental health.
Mm.
Now, there are others also, Himani, like as I was discussing about the probiotics. Probiotics and vitamin B12, they have a very close relationship because we can synthesize vitamin B12 inside in our body. So every time when we look for vitamin B12 supplements, you have to really understand whether your gut health is good or not. If your gut health, if you have a gut dysbiosis, if you have dysbiosis in your system, then no matter what, how well you are going to consume your vitamin B12 supplement, your body is not going to give that impact. So having fermented food is actually the solution for vitamin B12, and definitely the animal proteins, right? Definitely the animal foods are the sources of vitamin B12 and the fermented food as well. So
Mm.
having a bowl of a curd, buttermilk,
Mm.
and if you have already a system where your gut health is not strong, then you have to take a little bit strong probiotics. It could be as simple as making a black carrot kanji. It could be as simple as making a beetroot kanji or a cooked fermented rice water, cooked rice water.
Mm.
So these are the things that you can take care of your probiotic intake for your mental health. Another suggestion, now the third important nutrient is going to be your magnesium. Now, magnesium is something, Himani, that we have a lot of research on this, that if you are deficient in magnesium, you will have the problem of sleep, you will have the problem of mental health also, and the sources are very simple to have. All the dark green leafy vegetables, okay? Again, I will not say the exotic food items over here that you start eating kale, you start eating lettuce, okay? Where everyone, struggle to find these foods in their surroundings. But
Mm.
having a category food known to you that yes, greens are actually the source of magnesium. So having
Mm.
a mint leaf chutney, okay, coriander chutney, spinach, fenugreek, your sag, traditional sag, okay. So all these are actually the great source of magnesium. Cashews are the great source of magnesium. And at the same time, the sunflower seeds are also the great source of magnesium. So
Mm.
include them in a regular basis and you will see the wonderful changes in your mental health. And coming to the last nutrient for our mental health, I'm going to discuss about here the importance of, the polyphenols here. So the polyphenols and the antioxidant rich foods that we have to focus on. Antioxidant foods are those which are going to reduce the inflammation inside in your body. So
Okay.
whenever we have more inflammation because of the overconsumption of processed food, I'm sure in the last 1 week, everyone must had maybe a scoop of ice
Mm.
cream, okay, or maybe
Or
some
eating
chocolates.
outside.
But you can tell one. Yeah, yeah. You can tell one of your highly processed food that you consumed the last week. Then I
Yeah,
can,
I think
go on further.
it
You did,
can be
right?
a noodle which I consume almost every week.
Yes, exactly. So that's a favorite, okay? And there is nothing wrong in that, but it's amount that matters. And what are you doing further to, compensate that? Okay. So adding these foods which are rich in antioxidants, those are your tulsi leaves for that matter, okay? So we do puja of tulsi leaves in the morning. Just take few leaves, okay, infuse in the water and drink that empty stomach. You are going to get boost of antioxidants. Then over the world right now, moringa is one of the superfood,
Yeah.
okay, as it contains antioxidants, it contains vitamin C, vitamin B, D, everything it has. But we are the country which has plenty of moringa, okay, and somehow we are not including that in our regular diet. So
Yeah.
adding moringas, okay, that has a good amount of antioxidant. As garlic is one of the very superfood, I can say, in the terms of antioxidant. Our haldi, that has a curcumin in it, so that
Mm.
proves a very strong antioxidants. Your colorful fruits, those are having a good antioxidant. So having a bowl of papaya every day, okay, that will take care of your liver also, that will take care of your gut health as well, and the antioxidants.
Mm.
So yes, polyphenols are present in a piece of a dark chocolate, all dark green leafy vegetables, then different color fruits. These are rich in antioxidants, and you have to take care of all these, Himani.
Mm.
So it might sound a lot, but it is not. Maybe going further, I'll simplify for you that how you can include also in the form of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Probably here we have discussed the different nutrients and their sources.
Yeah. So I think you have given this huge variety that you have given. Also, it teaches me personally that yes, it is not necessary that every day you have to like just just looking at the list, it looks long, but if we divide it over a period of a week and say that yes, now today this, tomorrow this, day after tomorrow this, it will work good for me. Is that correct?
That's correct, Hamani. Okay, that's what I want all of you to understand as well. Looking after a single food ingredient, it always makes us anxious that, oh my God, the list is so long. How I'm going to incorporate these into my daily basis. But when we categorize them into a food groups, we have categorized nuts and seeds, we have categorized green leafy vegetables, we have categorized fruits and vegetables, okay, we have categorized some of the superfood like a basil leaves or a garlic or a moringa. Now we know the category of foods, okay, and now it's very easy for you to pick one item from each category, and yes, you are doing wonders for your mental health.
Mm, that's very interesting to know. Also, we had a person who said that ghee they are avoiding because they're following veganism or they want to be vegan. In such a case where you are, doing a specific kind of diet or something like this, how does this affect?
Number one, the food preference, that's a very individual choice, Himani. Okay. You can be a vegan, you can be a vegetarian, you can be a non-vegetarian, okay. You can follow Mediterranean diet also, you can follow a Sattvic diet also, okay. Now, food is something where you will not be able to restrict yourself because that's your own individual choice. And that is what I was discussing in the beginning, that you have to create a bond with you and your food. If that bond is not there, you don't want to eat a dairy product, let it be. There are many other sources of omega 3 and omega 6. Why you have to run behind that food which consciously you want to avoid? No, it doesn't matter at all, Himani. So yes, for that person who want to be a vegan completely, go ahead with that, but you have to make sure what the nutrients you get from the dairy products, you have to get a substitute of that, okay. So that healthy fats, that kind of a vitamin A rich ghee or all the essential fatty acid that it has, you have to make sure that you are going to take from the cold pressed oil, okay. You have to take care that yes, you are going to add a cold pressed oil with every serving of your salads. You have to take care that okay, whenever I'm going to include a source of a vegetable, I'm going to infuse with a source of fat over there. So that is how you can keep a track on that. And your food preference, I support you totally, please. And there are way out that you can substitute that deficiency from any other food, Himani.
That's very interesting to know. So now, as I said, there are many diets. So diet word I feel is what we are talking about is the general food that we are talking about. But many people are very restrictive in terms of a kind of diet that they follow.
Yes.
I want to understand like what is one diet claim that you would love to debunk,
Okay.
and you can tell our viewers that this is not.
It's okay. So debunking a myth here, because here we are discussing about mental health. Now, for me, mental health, it has a great correlation between your essential fatty acid and your the foods which will take care of your gut health, because there is a strong connection between your brain and gut, right? So your gut is a second brain. If you are not taking care of your gut, it is going to impact your brain health as well. So, taking care of these two foods, that fats are unhealthy for the mental health. I want to just debunk this myth, please.
Mhm.
So, adding fat to every meal of yours is going to be the very important tool with respect to your physical health, with respect to your mental health. So, Himani, the problem is where uh, we don't think about mental health as mental health. We think about mental illness
Yeah.
until unless we go through those episodes where we are stressed, where we are surrounded with so many negativity, until unless we don't realize that we have to work on our mental health. Everyone is just running behind their physical health. They want to build those muscles, they want to look lean, some wants to gain weight, some wants to whatever the size of clothes they are wearing, they want to drop a size down, some wants to increase it. So it's the physical appearance that we thought so much nowadays. Or I'll give you another example, Himani. Morning, when we select our clothes from our wardrobe, we at least give 5 minutes over there, but we are not able to give even that 5 minutes for our mental health. And that is how this imbalance is there around us. We are not taking or we are not prioritizing our mental health in that way. So, debunking the myth around the fat and to take care of the mental health as well, it is really important that where you should be including the fat source from the beginning to the dinner. The best way to start your day to have some soaked nuts and seeds. That will give you your essential fatty acid, that will give you the proteins as well, that will give you the complex carbs also, and it is going to make your pH balance in a non-acidic way. Okay, so that's the best way to start your day with. Now for the breakfast, to add a source of fat over there, it could be just as simple as a coconut chutney. It could be just simple as ghee on top of your rotis. Now for the lunch, the tadka that you are using for your sabji or a dal, that you can use some cold pressed oil. Okay. Then for the evening snack, you can again have a teaspoon of a flaxseed over there. Then for the dinner, again the oil that you are using, or you can use a teaspoon of sunflower and sprinkling on top of your salad. So there are ways to incorporate fat in your diet, but it has to be in a limited way. It has to be in a distributed way. So these are the things, Himani, you have to take care and focus on your mental health. That's also very important.
That's very interesting. Thanks for such a detailed go. I think this is very helpful for our viewers, and I can see them waving and everything at us for this. I have one more question, which is that what are the simple dietary changes that people can do? I think it will take anyone a longer period to actually understand the groups and then understand how to utilize them and then pick the things. So it is something that one needs to study or needs to take care with a nutritionist. They want to go and talk to a nutritionist because it is very personal. But still, if you can give us some advice on what are some dietary changes that you usually see that people can make for more clarity on the subject.
Right, Himani, okay, because this is important to understand what are the daily changes or daily, the dietary things that you can consider to improve your mental health. So, coming to the very effective way to take care of your mental health is actually a sequence eating, Himani. That's very interesting. Okay, we have a lot of research and the data coming out for that. So the sequence eating means when you start your meal, it could be a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, start with a portion of fiber rich food. Okay.
Mm.
Now the fiber rich foods are your fruits and vegetables. Okay. I can just categorizing them in an uncooked way so that the amount of fiber will be on a higher side and we can get that soluble fiber also in our dietary approach. And at the same time, when you consume that, then you will have a layer of your antioxidant rich food inside in your stomach, the first thing that you are eating for your every meal. Now followed, like when you had that fiber, then you have to jump to the protein rich food. Now, the protein rich food for a vegetarian, it could be your lentils, legumes, low fat dairy products, certain vegetables like mushrooms, beans, and peas, or for a non vegetarian, all the lean meats are the good sources of protein. So, again, have the second layer of the protein. And third, you jump to your main course dish. It could be a bowl of a poha in the morning. It could be for the lunch a roti sabji. For the dinner, it could be a dal rice, again a portion. So Himani, the sequence eating, what it is going to do, it is going to reduce the inflammation inside in our body. It is going to reduce the free radicals inside in our body. And it will not give you the spike of blood sugar levels when we eat a carbohydrate rich food in the beginning, rather than just keeping that food towards the end. So we'll have a constant energy that we are going to supply to our mind for a longer period of a time, rather than digesting that food quickly for 1 hour and we are having that rush, and then again that energy is dropping down. So this is like one very practical approach that all of you can do. Second
Hmm.
thing is adding probiotics in our diet. Okay, as I said, if you don't have any major mental conditions or the illness or the health outcomes, or your gut health is also good, then you can rely on the dairy fermented products like you can milk or a curd. But if anywhere you struggle with these symptoms, then you need to have a little bit of a strong probiotics. So those are the traditional dishes that I have explained earlier as well. So you can introduce sauerkraut, kefir. You can definitely have, your traditional kanji in your diet. So that will take care of your gut health. So again, your gut-brain axis will be good. So, and that has a vitamin B12 as well. Now, vitamin B12 is responsible, okay, for producing different neurotransmitter, such like serotonin. Now, this is actually our one of our happy hormone, and when that is on a rise, our stress hormone cortisol, anyways, it is going to go down. Okay, so something like a sequence eating, adding probiotics and adding 10 to 15 grams of soaked nuts and seeds into your diet, and weekly thrice green leafy vegetables in your diet. Okay, that can solve multiple problems, Himani, when it comes to the mental health here.
Hmm. This is so nice that you have, compiled it up so nicely at the end. And thanks for all the amazing advices that you have given, which can be applied even if I'm not in a regular touch with a nutritionist or I'm not in a regular meal planning schedule. Still, this sounds like something which I can try on my own also. Thanks a lot for this.
Thank you so much, Himani, because I want you should not be scared about your food. As I said, you have to build a good, healthy relationship with your food, and food is something that you can make simple, and food is something that you can make a very complex thing as well. So you should have a little bit understanding, okay, and that is sufficient to maintain your good health. But yes, when you are in a need, please seek out the guidance from professionals. That's very important to do. Don't experiment with different fat diets. Don't just experiment what are the trends out there, because that is going to affect your mental health so badly, then it will be difficult for you to come out from that phase. So don't just do those fancy things on you without understanding your body requirement.
That's great. So, thanks for this whole advice. Now, I would just say any last advice you have for our viewers so that, it works like the end thing of this live.
So Himani, a complete advice from my side. Uh, there is no single thing that you can focus on. It is your physical health, it is your mental health as well. If your diet is on a place but you are not sleeping well, then you have a hormonal imbalance. Your ghrelin and leptin hormone will go up and down, and you will have a sweet and a salty craving throughout the day, and you will not be able to control yourself over here. You will have insulin resistance produced because of you are not sleeping well, and because of that, the cortisol levels are going on a higher side. If you are not exercising, no matter what, how healthy food you are including in your diet, but if the transport is not there within your body, if your heart health is not good because of not doing any physical workout, then again you will not get a complete holistic approach, the benefit of the healthy food as well. So there are four pillars of health. It's in the right nutrition, it's your sleep, it's your mental health, okay, and it is that you need to take care about your behavior, the relationship between the food as well. Okay, so your sleep, your physical activity, your diet, and mental health, you need to take care of them together to have the best benefit.
Thanks a lot, Bhavi. This has been really amazing. And thanks for all the viewers who have come and given their time and listened to us. If you want some direct advice, you can also message Bhavi. I'll be tagging her in this post. And thanks a lot. Looking forward to again connecting with you, Bhavi, and going for another live soon.
Same here, Mani, and it was wonderful that I could share my knowledge with all the viewers. So I just wish all of you a very healthy life. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.